really got to my head. What is up? Welcome to this episode of the WIFF Talk postgame show. In this video, we are breaking down week 7.5, the wildcard game, and all of the award winners. So let's hop right into it. First game, week 7.5, Monarchs Dinos. It was a one-inning meaningless game. They were locked in at the 1 and the 4 seed. Nothing really to note there. Then there was the Sandlot Cows game, the game for second place. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, if you get the second seed, you don't play in the wildcard game, which is one game elimination. So huge stakes for this. This team gets a guaranteed playoff spot. Absolutely beautiful game in game of the year contention. We'll get to what ends up winning that later. It started off as kind of all Sandlot. It was 7-2. After 2 innings, they had all the control. But at the top of the 3, the Cows scored 5 runs to tie it at 7, and then got a shutout bottom of the 3rd to force extra innings. But they weren't able to score at the top of the 4th inning, and Connor Olson hit a home run the bottom of the 4th to win the game. So the Sandlot secured themselves the 2 seed, stayed out of the wild card game, which was huge for them. After trading a bunch of their team, it wasn't secure that they were going to get the 2 seed, so that made the wild card game Monarchs versus Cows. Now this wild card game, another great game. It was the new look Monarchs, a lot of high expectations, and then the Foster-led Cows. It kind of been Foster's season, and it was a super low-scoring pitching battle, which is kind of what you expect, Jack versus Foster. 2 of the best pitchers the league's ever seen. The only runs coming in the bottom of the 2nd inning, Foster had kind of an off-balance 2-run home run, and they ended up winning 2-0. Foster, at that point, was 6 of the Cows' 8 wins on the season. So he's having a huge season. This ended the Monarchs season. They had hopes to, this is only the 2nd year we've had 4 teams. They wanted to, they had the expectation of being another 4 seed to win the World Series like the Cows last year. Fortunately, their season was ended shortly in the wild card game, but who knows, maybe they have a bounce back year next year. And then kind of finish off this video, we're going to go through some of the major awards. The Kayla's Award went to Foster, Start of the Year Conlon, and Relief of the Year Kai, and then Closer of the Year Kyle. Those are kind of our 4 pitching awards, and obviously Closer of the Year always goes to Kyle Lizer. That's a tradition, but the other 3 all very deserving. I think Foster and Conlon have looked like the best pitchers all year. The only other person that was in contention for more than 1 week or so was Brady, because he looked really good, but just ended up with the 3-3 record. Can't really give it to him. And then Kai, the only real reliever this year, but he looked great doing what he did. Manager of the Year went to Carson. Just the Dinos looked like the best team all year, and I think this Manager of the Year was really kind of to give them that props. Silver Slugger was a tie between Jason Foster. This award isn't voted on. It's just who has the most home runs, and that was Jason Foster. Hitter of the Year went to Conlon. He looked really confident up there. His home runs weren't quite as high as he normally likes them to be, but definitely the hitter that people were most afraid to pitch against. Fielder of the Year went to Carson. Very well-deserved award. By far the best fielder this year, especially without Drew being there. That's always kind of a 2-man race. Most Improved went to Jack Green. I think another really well-deserved award. He went to someone who was always a really good fielder, but didn't bring a whole lot else to the team. But this year was able to pitch a lot better, hit a lot better, and looked really good. Game of the Year was this week 7.5 Cows Sandlot game I talked about. Just with the expectations behind it, playoff implications, and the fact that it ended with a walk-off, had a kind of mini comeback for the Cows, just all leading to a very, very well-deserved game of the year, almost unanimously. The next 2 awards were won by the same guy. RWL Man of the Year and MVP both went to Foster. He was my vote on the ballot, and I think it was super well-deserved. I think he's there's been this narrative that he's been watched recently, and he does a lot of behind-the-scenes work with the videos and things like that. And so I think both these awards recognized quite a bit. And then the 3 Gold Glovers went to Carson, obviously. He was Fielder of the Year. This was one of 2 unanimous awards. I forgot to mention him, and then Relief of the Year for Kai. The only 2 awards that were voted on unanimously. And then Jack Green and Jack Fields were the other 2 Gold Glovers, all very deserving awards. That was kind of a tight race, but I think the 3 that got it were good. And yeah, that's it this week. We'll see you on the next one.